Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are playing with the card deck that I have dubbed the Creepy Doll deck. It is by Nicoletta Ceccoli. I'm going to hope that that is the correct way to pronounce her name. It is, I think, Italian, and the interesting thing about the little book that this has, it looks pretty thick. It is actually a lot less information because the information is in like 4 different languages. I'm pretty sure it's in Italian, possibly French and English. I'm not sure there's anything else in there. I'll have to look again. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out that, if you're multilingual like I am, maybe that's kind of fun to play with and see what which one you can read better kind of thing, or learning some new words for you. So I like that kind of aspect of it. Also, this does have a special invitation it came with to the tarotassociation.net. So if you are interested in those kinds of things and joining kind of apps and organizations with your tarot stuff, maybe these little videos aren't enough for you to learn the tarot, which I really hope that you are learning some more from other places because this is just scratching the surface. That is a good thing to reach out to. So I've left the link in the description so you can check that out. And we are playing with the Creepy Doll deck, so let's see what Creepy Doll we have next. All right. Oh, I'm so glad we got this one. Okay, I've been kind of poking at these cards for a month or so now, waiting with bated breath to play with them and show them to you, and I absolutely adore this one. It is not typical symbolism, but it is super interesting and I really dig it. It is number 13 of the Major Arcana, which is Pop Quiz, the Death card. So typically the Death card would have the Reaper on it, possibly some dead people or some skeletons or something like that to depict, yes, death and transition and all of those kinds of things. She definitely looks dead, only if you'll notice, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little guys on here with their little hats, and they look very gnomish or dwarfish. So it is clearly Snow White and the 7 dwarves. And yes, we know that Snow White doesn't really die in this, but she has kind of this death that is magical, shall we say. And depending on the story that you read, you know that it's either she has an apple stuck in her throat, or the apple was poisoned, or whatever it may be. She is put in this sarcophagus or casket or glass box, and that is where the prince finds her. So she does have to kind of die in order to transition and find her prince and become the princess and all of these kinds of things and destroy the queen, and all of this has to happen. So, yes, the transformation and death aspect of this card is fully present. But if you don't know the story of Snow White, which, okay, be honest, pretty much anywhere in the world you probably know some story of Snow White, you might not understand what is going on here, and you might just think that there's some creepy gnomes going to go after this and maybe cannibalize this person. Especially with the rest of these cards, there's some creepy stuff in these cards. I absolutely love it. It speaks to my heart. So I do like that she is effectively in a state of death, but also you know that she is going to wake and she is going to transform, which I like that part of this death card. It's not the permanence of death as we think of it, with like, oh, you die and your body becomes dirt or whatever, and that is the end of you, and maybe your soul comes back or whatever, but it's kind of, this meat suit is done. In this case, she's coming back in the same body. So she has transformed who she is, even though she is still the same person, which I like that aspect, because sometimes the death that we experience in a reading is not necessarily a physical death. It's an emotional or transformational sort of time where we lose what we were and become something new, even though we're still in the same body. Our spirit has changed, our energy has changed, our outlook has changed, and that's really what's happening with this, is her whole world is going to change while she is in sort of a stasis. the evil queen is going to die, the prince is going to find her. All of these things are going to happen, and she doesn't really have to do anything. She just has to accept the transformation. And that's a big part of the death card, is just accepting that transformation time, accepting that moment of stasis that you have to be in and let the bad fall away or the old fall away so you can welcome in good things, new things, more exciting things, things to help you grow. So I like this for that purpose, is like, hey, just accept the fact you don't have a hand in this right now. Let it happen. Accept it. So I I do like this card for that part of the imagery. And it isn't typical, because typically it's a Reaper type character, or the white horse and death riding the white horse. So you get the feeling of this is death. This is the end. And really what this is kind of that question mark in between things, where you know something is transforming, you know something is going to happen. The only other card that we've looked at so far that I feel depicts this just as well is the butterfly transformation card that was in the bug deck that we did a couple months ago. And I do like that one too, because it's that chrysalis point where, like, yeah, you're in stasis. Just accept it. Change is happening all around you, and you will get there. I promise. Just let it happen. It's natural. And that's the other thing. You want it to feel very natural when a death card comes up. It's a very natural change. It's something that maybe isn't chaotic or mind blowing, but yeah, it's going to happen, and you just kind of got to let it. So I dig this card. I know it's not traditional imagery and things like that, but I really like that one. I think that's the first one I've really, really liked so far. I like them all for their visual aspect, but not always for the symbolism in it. I still will say this is not a beginner deck. This is for somebody who is super interested in the imagery, but still has a lot of understanding of the tarot and can go, yep, I know what that means. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you again very soon.